Hey guys, Pineapple Lumps here, again back with another video. We're on the road to 1 million MT, all no money spent. So how did I get this 1 million MT, or 900,000? So we made a bit of progress since last time. Mainly just buying and selling gold badges, to be honest. It's such a good method. It's easy, you just throw them on the auction house, you sit back and you just wait for the badges to sell, as you can see. So we're going to go through and pick up some badges now so we can fill up the auction house, and hopefully by the end of today we can crack 1 million MT. Okay, so what I do, like I've explained in one of my other videos, I just go through the badges and have a look at any of the prices and scroll through, pick them up for cheap, flip them for MT. You guys want to be doing this method if you've got a little bit of MT. Then you can pick up all the players that you want to pick up. The goal is to get to 1 million MT first up, and then who knows after that. As you can see, it looks like a few people are doing this method now, which is really good to see that people are making MT by flipping badges. Everyone wants the gold badges on their players at the moment, as we're getting better and better cards, the pink diamonds and the diamonds coming out. But if you're not on this filter, you want to be using it because it is so good. As you can see, I've made a lot of MT just by doing this. And once you've got your badges on the auction house as well, you can just play the game, let it run for 4 hours or whatever, and then just pop back later and see what badges or whatever you've sold. It'll only take a few minutes, like 15 minutes, to buy the badges and put them on the auction house, and then you can just play the game, come back later and see what's sold, what hasn't sold. Whatever hasn't sold, just throw it back up on the auction house. People are always willing to buy these badges, so I feel like that the more we get into this game, the more people want these gold badges to upgrade their players. So I think it's a nice dynamic that 2K introduced this year. I've put a couple of badges on some of my players at the moment, and yeah, it really helps. So if you're not using this method, start using it. Yeah, don't go out buying VC or anything like that, or going out buying MT. If you've got a bit of MT, you can use it to do this, and then just slowly build it up, and eventually you'll get up to 1 million MT. So if you're watching this and you still don't know what I'm doing, all I've done is gone through the auction house and purchased a lot of gold badges. Then I just go to my collection and filter through and just have a look at all the badges, go to find an auction, and I just scroll through and pick up any cheap badges and then throw them on the auction house to make a profit. Usually I'll make probably anywhere between 1,000 MT to maybe up to 4,000 MT roughly in profit. So you don't think it's a lot of profit, but when you add it up, when you got 50 items on the auction house and 30 of them sell, then it all adds up. And then that way you can just build up and keep doing this method to build your MT up. It's been really good this year. And because it's a new feature to 2K21 as opposed to last year, a lot of people weren't using this method at the start. I'm sure there were plenty of people out there that were, but a lot of people weren't, so it meant you could buy the cards really cheap and sell them for a good profit at the start of this game. You can still do it now. Like I just bought that Rebound Chaser for 1,700, and I'll probably throw it on there for like maybe 4K. Sometimes it sells straight away, other times it doesn't. But like I said, you just keep relisting them. the trick is with making profit with MT is by keeping your auction house full at all times. So anytime you're on the game, you want to make sure that your auction house has got 50 items on there, whatever you may be selling. If you don't follow Spacewood Bird, that dude's probably, in terms of content, probably the best YouTuber out there in terms of quality content, and he's got some really great tips, so go follow that dude if you don't already. And there's plenty other great YouTubers out there that work on the marketplace. Oko Dre is another one for Xbox. And there's a few others out there. Your boy Bugs, he's got some really good tips as well. So yeah, this is all we do, is just scroll through and grab the badges and throw them back on, and it works a treat. So if you got any questions on how to make MT, just flick me a question in the comment section. I'll get back to you when I can. But yeah, we're out here trying to get that 1 million MT. As for the VC, if you don't know, there's I'm not too sure if it's still working, but there's a VC method that gets you MT relatively quick. If you've got a spare 5-10 minutes, you can just do that method, and it'll get you a couple thousand MT. So I've just built it up that way. So started off with 0 VC, didn't get that 100,000 VC like a lot of the pre-orders got. So I've just grinded my way from 0 VC, 0 MT, 0 additional cards. So I didn't get any of the pre-order packs or anything like that, and we've worked our way up to where we're at now, which is pretty nice. Yep, and then so once we've got all our badges, we just throw them on the auction house and sit back, relax, and hopefully they sell. Then you can just go to whatever you want to play, Domination, Unlimited, whatever, while those are on the auction house, making you that profit. So we'll chuck these on the auction house, we'll cash in what we've sold, and we'll see where we're at. And hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of the day, we'll be up to a million MT. Okay, so we've got our auction house full with our 50 cards. That'll just sit there for the next 4 hours to see what's sold, and we'll just cash in what we've got on the pending items and see what we make it up to. So as you can see, I had 50 items on the auction house overnight, and about, I think it was 23 sold, so that's not too bad when you think about it. 23 things sell, you get a bit of profit back. So you can imagine I made, let's say on average, 1,500, 2,000 per sale profit. So you add that all up from what I've sold, and it works out to be pretty good. Small profits add up in this game. Then you just go out there and buy some of the cards you want to get. Some of them will increase in value, so that's quite nice. I haven't got the greatest players in the world, but I've picked up a couple of good players and stuff like that. And obviously when packs releases, the days you want to pick up players, then you can just sell them a few days later if you want, and generally make some profit off them. So I've been buying and selling players as well. So we're up to 973, so we are almost there. So by the time that auction finishes, hopefully we've got enough to crack the 1 million, and I'll throw it up I'll throw that up and we can see us crack 1 million. It'd be nice. So this is my lineup that I got at the moment. I've chucked in a couple of players that I'm just trying to work on for the XP challenges. Kind of doing the XP challenges, but not going as hard as some of the other players out there. definitely not going to make it to Steph Curry, but if I can knock over some challenges while playing the game at the same time, then that'll be alright. I picked up this Manu Ginobili the other day for just 100k, which was quite nice. I think he'll be a really good pickup if you haven't already got him. Not because he's a great player or anything like that. I think he's not too bad. I've heard mixed reviews about him, but it's just the fact that he actually locks in for a set. So if you go down to here, yeah, and you have a look, you'd see that he's one of the players that lock in for a set. So that was the main reason I picked him up, and the fact that I could get him for 100k for a pink diamond, that was quite nice as well, considering some of the diamonds are going for a lot more. So I just waited till his price came down, put a bid on him, and ended up getting him for 100k, which was quite nice. And obviously when this mystery player further down the track gets released, then Manu's price will probably go up, and I'll be able to sell him then. So that's the type of things you want to do to try and make MT as well. It's just buy players that you think are going to be in high demand at a later date due to lock-in collections. I don't really lock in players. I very rarely lock in players. It's just not worth locking up that much MT when you could just purchase a great player for a lot less MT than what you would lock in for. I'm not saying don't lock in, but I just personally don't do it. I think it's a bit of a waste, to be honest. But each to their own. So yeah, that's the lineup. I'll get back to you once I've sold those other things and show you where we're at on our no money spent account. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.